Good morning to everybody. Anyone there yet? Happy Earth Day. I was thinking of going outside with you today. Let me see who's here first. If you're here, wave, let me know, say hi. I think I'll just wait a little bit and see who hops on for Wednesday Wisdom. So I think also, let me find a way to prop this up so I don't hold it the whole time, like every time I talk to you. Let's see. Like that? I don't know. Oh, well. Hey, Daniel, how are ya? Good morning. Thanks for joining us again. I appreciate it. I'm just waiting to see if some more people jump on. And if you're here, just give me a wave, say hello, check in. Hi, Daniel. I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. I'm trying to find a way to prop this phone up so I'm not holding it. I don't mind, but my teenagers tell me there's a more logical way to do it than the way I'm doing it. There always is. I'm thinking, well, how about this? Let's see here. There we go. Let's see. Until everybody's here, I'm propping this up on these amazing Post-it notes somebody very, very dear to me gave me for my last birthday. They're beautiful. You know, I love rainbows, if you know me. And I do love rainbows. And she gave me the most beautiful rainbow Post-it, sits on my desk. She's someone very, very special to me. And so now I can use them for writing and also for Wednesday Wisdom Live. Hey, Dawn. Oh my goodness, how are you? Friend from middle school, high school. Thank you so much for joining. We're going to talk about a lot of different things today, some of which is Earth Day. Hence I decided to actually put on a dress today, which I don't think I've done that in weeks. I love dresses, actually. That's not like fancy for me. It's comfortable. I really enjoy the freedom of dresses, the flow. So, but we're not talking about dresses today. So just so you know, I mean, if you'd like to talk about dresses, Daniel, Dawn, and whomever else is here. Hey, Alana. Oh my gosh, this is like an NMB reunion. I love it. Thanks for being here, Alana. That means a lot to me. You took some time out, you and Dawn and Daniel, to join into Wednesday Wisdom Live. Thank you so much. Just waiting a couple more minutes because I have learned, this is only the third time I'm doing this. Hey, Ellen. Oh my goodness, this is so nice. Thank you for being here. I might repeat myself a few times, and I do not have early dementia, thank goodness, although my teenagers might tell you differently. Hey, Al. So Wednesday Wisdom Live, putting my hair up because I'm really hot. I worked out and I'm still sweating, if you want to know. So part of Wednesday Wisdom Live is offshoot. Good morning, Allie. Hey, Al. Thank you for being here. So a big part of Wednesday Wisdom Live is having conversation that is authentic, that is real. It's an offshoot of Every Soul Has a Story, which I started in 2017. That really just began as strictly a blog, and it has really morphed into a movement of connection, collaboration, and authentic conversation. So my intention with Wednesday Wisdom here and then 3 o'clock on Instagram is I share a post, something I write every Wednesday morning, and then we kind of talk about it. And hey, Vicky, thanks for joining. So with Wednesday Wisdom, my intention is that we can have an interactive dialogue here, that we can create a very kind, compassionate, and authentic community. And it occurred to me to do this because we're all home. And although I love and I will continue to send weekly blogs and email messages, as I've been doing for 3 years, I wanted more interaction with you all. And I think we could all use some support and love and some dialogue right now. So I know a lot of us are having Zoom calls for work. Some of us may be having Zoom happy hours. Anyone having Zoom happy hour? And it doesn't just have to be at 5. No judgment. I'm just saying. So jump in. I'd like you to start commenting. Again, this is an interactive space. It is welcoming, it is safe, and it is loving. So no hateful, none of you that are on here, I know all of you would do such a thing, but I do say that at the beginning of every Wednesday Wisdom because I want to be very clear about the intention of this space that we're creating together. It's really important to me that people understand the reason for it. So I'm just waiting to see if any, hey, my goodness, my brother's here. Oh my gosh, it's like an early Christmas miracle or Hanukkah. Hey, Sammy, thank you so much for being here. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I was just telling everyone, Vicky and Sam just joined, that my intention for Wednesday Wisdom is, hi Ryan, thanks for joining. Oh, this is wonderful. What's up, Samster? My intention here is that we interact, like my brother just said, what's up? So bring it on, bring it in, let's talk. I don't know if you all, I don't know who follows Every Soul Has a Story. But I hope you do. If you don't, please join our community and you could sign up and subscribe. I've also started doing podcasts. So there's several that are out there you can listen to. They're on Apple, Spotify, SoundCloud, every platform. Also on my website, daralaban.com. So please visit that and check it out. Hey, Stuart, thanks for joining. So today's Wednesday Wisdom, I just posted, I am blank. And that's the sort of, I hate to say the word prompt. That sounds very therapy-ish, which I was a speech therapist. So that's kind of the launching pad for our conversation today. So if you were to say, I am blank, I don't know if you saw my post this morning, but it's like a bulletin board. Ronnie Herbert, oh my gosh, hello. Hey, Shelly. Thanks for being here. So today's theme, launching pad, springboard for conversation, for the best way to say that, is I am blank. Keep it clean, Sam, or you don't have to. That's my brother. And Ronnie also. Ronnie Herbert is like family to me. He is my best friend's dad, and he is so gracious to join us. My sister-in-law's on here, Shelly. I feel so loved, and I feel so grateful that you all took some time out of your day. Anyway, so I am. So let me start. What I wrote today, it looks like a bulletin board, or that's the intention of the graphic that I designed. I hope that was communicated. Is I am loving, I am creative, I am strong. Carolyn, oh my gosh, Amanda, oh my goodness, you guys, this is such a gift. Some of my favorite people on the planet are all gathering here today. Please jump in, guys. I want you to all get to know each other and get some dialogue going. So I am loved, loving. I am creative. Hey, Karen. I am strong. I am resilient. And one of my strongest values, one of my consistent I ams, is I am authentic. No BS. Any of you who know me, what you see is what you get. Like it or not. So what's my absolute top favorite, Sam? Oh, dear. I don't know what's coming, Sam. Sorry with the busyness with the hair. I worked out and I'm still hot. So anyway, not hot flashes, just to be clear. Not that I'm aware of. Anyway, so tell me your I am. What's your I am? I am what, Karen? I am what, Carolyn? I am what, Sam? I am what, Daniel? I am what, Shelly? I know with Amanda and Carolyn, they are huge yogis. They practice yoga, I know, very regularly. Both of them are such inspirations to me. And they both beam so much love and light into our world. And I'm so grateful that they are here with us today. So what are your I ams? And I encourage you to dig deep, okay? Yes, you can say, Lynn, oh my God, hey, thank you for being here. Oh, yes. Amen, Carolyn said, I am a warrior. Carolyn, do you want to elaborate? Because that's not my story to tell. Yes, Allison said, I am compassionate. I can totally relate to both of you on so many levels. Sam. Oh my God. Sam said, I'm tired of sitting at home. Oh, I love that. Karen Barr. I am not sure what I am right now. Semi-retired mom of two and grateful we're all healthy and safe. Oh, love it. Totally. Absolutely. I can't agree with you more. I am tired of Florida drivers. You know, me too, Sam. You know, I was thinking about that. Just a quick sidebar. But, you know, I was out the other day, which was the first time in like literally 5 or 6 weeks. And it's intriguing to me. It seems that the people walking seem very gracious about keeping their distance. I'm just observing the behavior, which I love observing. Any writer who's on here knows that most writers are very, very detailed, vigilant observers. Anyway, I'm noticing, hi Daniel, thank you so much for joining, my goodness. So, oh my God, Karen, okay, so Karen is an old friend, not old in age. She was in a forum with me many, many years ago, and we're still in touch. And oh, Karen, that means so much. You're here. You all bring so much value. I'm getting impatient waiting for the beach to open. Okay, Sam. Karen, Carolyn, Daniel, Lynn, I believe you all just joined. So I might restate this a few times. I apologize again. Like I said at the beginning, I don't have early onset dementia, just being clear, although that might start with this quarantine. Hey, Anna, thank you for being here. Oh, there's the most beautiful people here. Wow, this is a gathering of a lot of mindful, compassionate and sharing people on this particular Wednesday Wisdom Live. I'm really grateful. You all have a lot in common, actually. This is really special. Ooh, I just want to take that in. So the intention, Anna, of Wednesday Wisdom Live and everyone who just joined is, as many of you know, I launched Every Soul Has a Story, which began just as a weekly blog in 2017. And that has expanded to podcast, which I launched a couple of months ago, and now Wednesday Wisdom Live. And Wednesday Wisdom Live is about cultivating an interactive, compassionate, and engaging community online. And I think we need that more now than ever. We're home, obviously, and it's hard to be home, right? There's some beauty in it, which we've talked about on the other two Wednesday Wisdom Lives that we all met together the last few weeks. But I feel the social component is really important. Like my brother just said, I'm getting impatient to wait for the beach to open. We have to be honest about Nathan Baptiste Sr. Oh my gosh, a friend of mine from elementary school. Wow. Hello. Wow. Thank you for being here for Wednesday Wisdom. So my intention, hey Marlene, thanks for being here. Another one of my intentions of the Wednesday Wisdom, as I started to say, is to cultivate an interactive community and loving, kind, and honest. I find there's so much, hi Nathan, BS, forgive me. Hey, Marlene. And for me, I keep it real. Okay, I haven't washed my hair in 5 or 6 days. The only reason it looks somewhat decent is I brushed it. And who cares? I threw on a dress today just because I'm meeting with you. And also I got inspired. I was in my closet. I thought it's Earth Day, which I do want to talk about in relation to our theme of I am. There's a connection there. And I thought, this reminds me of the ocean. So do what makes you feel good right now to kind of lift your spirit. And that's also one of my intentions with Every Soul Has a Story and being here today. Yeah, you know what, Karen? I relate. I understand. That stinks. We were supposed to be in Vermont last month, which is like our happy place. And I do feel spoiled saying that too. It is sad. They're on hold, but guess what? They're also, they're there. That's not going anywhere. What's the most important thing right now is our health, and not just our physical health, but our mental and emotional well-being. And, that's really hard. It's hard on a normal day. It's even more difficult now, especially like I talked about last week with people that struggle with anxiety or depression or OCD, any of a myriad spectrum of challenges. I think they're gifts in a lot of ways, to be honest. But right now, it's even harder for those people. I have a family and friends that it's real tough. And so I have so much compassion. So today, the reason the theme is I am blank is I want to encourage you to dig deep and tell me what you would put in there. And perhaps go a little bit further, maybe not just right now. It could be I am depressed. I am frustrated. I am fed up. But what I'm encouraging you is to perhaps focus on things that are like your anchors. I wrote about this 2 years ago, which I think I'll republish soon, actually, a series about my anchors. My anchors are acceptance, integrity, and the third one, you'll see, I'll publish. But anyway, tell me your I ams. So what is your I am that can keep you anchored, grounded, secure, calm during what we're experiencing? We're all having fluctuations in our lives, in our businesses, whether it's financial, emotional. A lot of us are homeschooling. A lot of us are work out of the house. I know somebody on here, she's an incredible PA. Hey, Lauren. Oh my gosh. And Lauren's an amazing nurse. We were just talking about the intention here, Lauren, of Wednesday Wisdom and why I started it. Brian, oh my gosh, my cousin's here again. Oh, I'm so grateful that you're here. Thank you, honey. Let me see here. Okay, Nathan. Hey, Jeremy. So Lauren, Brian just jumped on. All of you that just jumped on, I'm just telling you Wednesday Wisdom's today's theme, and what we're kind of is a conversational launching pad, for lack of a better word, is I am. And this morning, which I'll do every Wednesday, I post, hey, Jeremy, I post a quote that I write, and really it's an intention I'm setting for our lives. And sometimes I'll write about that in my weekly blog messages as well. Hey, Robin, this is cute. Okay, this is the coolest thing ever. Robin and her father are here together. Yes, it's Wednesday, Jeremy. Your friendly reminder, today's Wednesday, in case of you. So, and we have some very interesting people on here who can be a little bit dirty. So I don't care, bring it. This is an open space. Again, nothing hateful or crude or cruel, but we could sure use some humor. So let's go. Give me some I am. I heard from a couple of you. If I were to say to you, I am, and here's the blank, what would you write in the space? And it can apply to now, but again, I encourage you to go deeper and think about, who are you? Whether it's an adjective, a noun, and I encourage you either now or when we're done with this live, and if you'd like to join me again on Instagram, it seems to be a very different, I don't want to say audience, engagement. It's interesting. So the conversations end up going in different directions, which I love, the spontaneity and the interactive and how you all are engaging with this. I'd encourage you to write this down. I have these Post-its that I keep on my desk here. This is my writing office. This is also where I do my podcast. I can show you my mic right here. And I encourage you to write down your I ams, whether it's now, which I would love. I think it'd be so helpful. Post it somewhere in your office, in your kitchen, in your bathroom, wherever you need some strength and support, and a visual reminder that you are whatever you are. So I'm going to pause for a minute. Brian, let me hear from you. I am blank. Robin, Jeremy, Lynn, whoever else is out there. Oh no, you lose audio. Can you guys hear me? Please let me know if you can hear me. Sam just said something about losing audio. That's not good, huh? Can you guys hear me? Are you there? Okay, so Karen said, I am trying to enjoy the calm. Okay. Okay, thanks, Marlene. We're good? Okay. Jeremy's a drummer, actually. So if he said audio is fine, we're good. All right, thanks, guys. Hey, Carolyn. So what's your I am? Carolyn had said earlier, for those of you that just joined, Pam, hey, thanks for being here, Pam. What's your I am? So today's theme, Pam, of Wednesday Wisdom, which is an expansion of Every Soul Has a Story. Thank you, Jeremy. I'm glad you're hearing me. So tell me about, what is your I am, Pam? Pam's an amazing chef. She also has a business. She's been called Chef Mom. She sells incredible things, many of which I have in my home. Fun, really, again, another very loving person. I think it's really interesting who showed up today. And when we talk about I am, that's another part of what I wanted to sort of bring up today and encourage you to think about. So how do you show up for yourself? So by writing the I am, like I said, on a Post-it or, my favorite color, everything I own and breathe is purple. What are your I ams, right? So you can put them here. I'm going to grab a pen and let's see. Hopefully I find one that's working today. Any of you with kids, just a side note, do you always have a hard time finding pens and when you find them, they don't work? Anyone? I mean, sorry kids, not to throw you all under the bus, but I am sick of COVID, rather. Yeah, Karen, I'm with you. Hey, Nancy, thanks for joining us today. So I am, and tell me, okay. I love that. How are you staying positive, Jeremy? We talked about that actually last week. Our Wednesday Wisdom theme last week was peace or panic. The choice is yours. That was the quote I wrote and we talked about. So how are you staying positive? I'm glad you brought that up. And for those of you that are more creative or visual or artistic, and I am not, just to be clear, so I'm apologizing in advance. I am, hey Anna, what's your I am, Anna? I was saying we can write it or we can draw it. I am determined. Ooh, I love that, Marlene. So Anna, I was saying, can you guys see all this? Here we go. I'm encouraging you today while we're meeting that you grab a piece of paper, a Post-it, whatever, piece of toilet paper if you have any. Write your I ams, post them around the house. Maybe have your kids do this, your spouse, your significant other, your partner, your friends, your family. I feel strongly that the words we speak and how we speak to ourselves, you need to write backward. Oh my God, that's hysterical. I'm sorry. That is a hoot. Hey, Chrissy. Oh, I'm so happy to hear from you too. Chrissy just joined, another beautiful soul. Camera is avert. This is funny. I'm screenshotting this, guys. Oh my God. That's hysterical. Oh my gosh. I love to learn. Thank you. I'm learning every day. So clearly, I would love to learn to write backward. You know what? Challenge accepted. Next week will be our 1 month anniversary of Wednesday Wisdom Live. I am going to write backward. You have my word. Hey, Lori, thanks for being here. So Lori, I was holding this up and listen, I love making fun of myself, so bring it on. I was telling everyone about today's theme, which is I am, whether it's a word or an image. Lori's an artist. Actually, she does a lot of hearts. So I learned that this is backward because the camera is backward. So I am, oh gosh, I got one. Here we go. Ready? Wait for it. I am, I am learning. Always. I love to learn. And let me tell you, here we go. I am learning. Now it's upside down and backward. How fun is that? Oh my gosh. Okay. For those of you that know me well, you know I love to laugh, so bring it. Okay, Jeremy, to answer your question, just trying to focus on the positives in my life. I am healthy, well-fed, have somewhere to live, have some money in the bank. Amen, Jeremy, for sure. Absolutely. Give me some qualities, Jeremy. Nancy, Karen, Lori, I am what? Give me an adjective about yourself, whether it's now or always. Not quite there. What do you mean, Anna? Jeremy meet Karen, Karen meet Jeremy. Two really special souls. Anna, what do you mean not quite there? Tell us more, because we're all here for you. And the intention of Wednesday Wisdom Live is to be real and authentic. It's what I do in my writing as well. There's no BS here. This is not some glossy show. I'm just winging it. I have no idea what I'm doing. I just wanted to show up for you and for you to show up for each other. Oh, my backwards writing. Hey, listen, I know, Karen, me too. It's so sad. My son and Karen's daughter are supposed to go to college in the fall. But I do believe, like I said, one of my anchors, one of my I ams that I've worked on really hard, especially the last few years for a lot of reasons, is acceptance. And so I am deflecting about situation, right? Yeah, story of my life, Karen. I get it. That's why I do Every Soul Has a Story. I love to write other people's stories. Exactly. Which qualities, Jeremy? Hey, Samra! Yay, you're here, my friend. Today, Samra, we were talking about on Wednesday Wisdom, I am blank. So there's a lot we're losing and a lot we're gaining. Yes. You don't mean pounds, do you, Anna? I'm being... Tell me more, Anna. I agree 100%. Listen, we often grow the most from some difficult times. And I'm not saying that I'm encouraging that which we are in, that I'm enjoying having to go through this horrible time that we're going through. But I do feel like, speaking of Earth Day, right? Happy Earth Day today. It's the 50th anniversary. First of all, forgive me, y'all can laugh, but Earth Day is every day for me. And I don't mean that just about recycling. I mean, I go out in nature. I go constantly. That is what grounds me when I'm feeling anxious, is a lot of, yes, exactly, Anna. That's what I was saying. Much growth happens during loss and gain. Absolutely. And I don't think growth is ever comfortable, whether it's a death of a loved one, a death of a relationship, a death or a big shift and change like now. I know we're all grieving the normal. When is normal coming back? Well, going back to one of my I ams, I've always worked on acceptance. It's not easy for me. I have very high expectations of myself, and I've noticed sometimes others, and I've got to realize that I have to accept what is, accept where we are. I am not saying it's easy. It's a constant challenge. So when I'm having trouble accepting, going back to nature, like Carolyn said, nature grounds her as well. I don't think there's going to be normal anymore, guys. So, and gals, I feel, for me at least, I'm trying to work on acceptance. Like, my kid might not go to college in the fall. I'm working on accepting that. Doesn't mean I like it. Just like you can accept somebody for who they are, but you don't accept them in your life. You can accept that this really stinks. Thank you, Anna. Maybe you could join the Instagram. And I'm so grateful you came on here. I appreciate it. Big hugs and kisses. So there's a lot. Well, we'll talk more about acceptance next week, but I want to hear more about your I ams. And related to Earth Day, the planet clearly needed a cleanse, right? It is absolutely horrible that it's happening in this way. And there will be lives lost. I've already know of 2 dear friends of mine, separate people, don't even know each other, both have family members that passed away last week from COVID. It is happening. We will all be affected, whether directly, indirectly. That's acceptance too, right? I accept this sucks. This totally sucks. But I also accept I have to be where we are, right? So we have to do our best to stay healthy. And again, that's not just physical health. That's mental and emotional, because as we well know, like Carolyn said earlier, she's a warrior, and boy, is she a warrior. She is a badass, amazing warrior. Love you, girl. She is a cancer survivor, as some other people are on here who, not for me to say, but Carolyn knows well the power of the mind and the connection to the body, as do I. And it's really important. It's way harder. Those of us that go to the gym, let's say, we can't go to the gym. It sounds so ridiculous. It sounds spoiled, really. But there's other outlets. Some people are extremely social beings, and to not be around others the way in which, we usually are, that's really hard. So I challenge you to focus on your I ams. And for those of you that joined, and for those of you that have been with me, I apologize for the redundancy, but what I was saying for those of you that just came on is every Wednesday I will write and post an intention, a quote, something from my heart to yours that we can then catapult from there and have a conversation like we're doing now. And so what I wrote is, I am strong. I am loving. I am creative. I am kind. I am authentic. Those are a few of mine. Rachel! Oh my gosh! One of my closest friends just jumped on. Rachie! Hey, oh my gosh. Thank you for being here. Rach, we're talking about today's theme of Wednesday Wisdom, which is I am. I am upset. Okay, Nathan just said, I am upset they're reopening the state of Georgia early. I am too. Nathan, I'm very frustrated and I'm very worried about that. But then we were talking about acceptance. I just woke up this morning after feeling infuriating, sitting with those emotions, being real about it, which, by the way, that's new for me. I used to just bury all these emotions and everything was always just fine. Roberta Parker. Hi. Oh my gosh, this is so beautiful. Thank you. Gosh, there are the most incredible people on here today, all at once. This synergy, I feel it. Thank you. Roberta, we were talking today about the I ams. I mean, what I mean by that, okay, you're going to crack up, Rachel. I was told, apparently, I was trying to show some examples because some people weren't jumping in yet. And I like to see things visually. It boosts my mood. It keeps me accountable to self. So I was writing on purple Post-its. You know, I love purple, everyone. I am love, or you could draw it if you are more of a visual person. And I am laughing because I was told that is backward. And any of you that know me well, that is so classic Dara. Not even surprised it's backwards. But I made each of you a promise. I'm going to learn how to write backward for next week. So hold me accountable and show up next Wednesday at 11 so I can show you that I learned this. I am determined. I am passionate. I am here for you. So Marlene said, I am loving, I am caring, and I'm also frustrated. I am sad. I feel you. You know, I feel all of that. So we can look, Marlene, you're making me think of something interesting. We can look at the I am as a verb, meaning how you're feeling right now. My intention, but I love where you're going with this. It's interesting. We can go in different directions, which is so beautiful about writing. It's how you interpret, right? So let's say something I wrote 2 years ago, for instance, I can go back and different people that read it interpret it completely differently. And I love that because my intention with Every Soul Has a Story and Wednesday Wisdom Live is to get you to think, to go deeper, to work on healing ourselves. We all have stuff, all of us. I don't care, the most famous, wealthiest, most perfect looking folks. If anyone tells you that they have nothing, they are not being true to selves. They are not being honest. So here is a place that's safe and honest. And thank you for being vulnerable and going there, Marlene. I encourage you, go with the verbs. Yes, how are you feeling today and right now? But I am also, again, I'll come back to this over and over. I encourage you to also come up with some adjectives that describe you, not just now, but always. Because when we're feeling this sense of anxiety and this unknown, it's very grounding to come back to who am I? So who are you before this, despite and in spite of it? Hey, Susan, thanks for coming back. Appreciate it. Sammer said, I'm very blessed right now, and it feels a little bad to be enjoying this time because I know others are suffering. Yeah, Sammer and I talk about this a lot. Hey, Sheila. I feel the same, Samra. I mean, we talk about it a lot on the phone and privately. And I do. It's almost like I feel guilty. Not guilty. I feel conflicted because I am genuinely loving this time that I'm getting. My husband is never home this much. My dogs are like, you live here? Who's that man? And I'm getting this extra time, especially with my son and my son and daughter, watching them engage. It's like a sitcom 24/7. So guilty, yeah. So Janet, hey Janet. Yeah, guilty. So Samara feels guilty for enjoying this time. I understand. That's kind of what I'm getting at. But then couldn't we also, I don't know, what's the middle ground between feeling guilty and saying, it's okay that I'm grateful to have this time? Can't we be compassionate and kind to others, but also to ourselves? Isn't that what life's about? Hey, Bacardi, thanks for being here for Wednesday Wisdom. And I don't want to go back to normal either, Samara. Normal wasn't working, guys. Perhaps the reason, or maybe a deeper, more global, universal reason why this is happening is that we needed a universal cleanse. And this is not a party, and it's horrible, and it's sad. And listen, I wake up sometimes at 3 a.m. and my head is spinning, my heart's racing, and I really have to take some deep breaths because I'm having crazy dreams. Anyone else having crazy dreams? I dream a lot as a writer and as a creative, and I know there's some on here. My cousin Brian, I'm sure, can relate. I don't want to speak for you, Brian, but Janet, she's the head of the Fort Lauderdale Children's Theater. She's an amazing, amazing soul as well. So I've always dreamt very deeply and vividly in color. I remember dreams when I was like 5 years old, honestly. So this is not new, but my dreams are getting really wacky. Disturbing. So clearly we're all processing things differently in different ways. And yeah, so Samara said, yeah, I love that, Carolyn. That's how I feel, actually, to be honest. I feel more grateful than guilty, Samara. And I feel, yeah, exactly. Hey, my goodness, my Aunt Sandy's on all the way from California. This is so nice. Thank you for being here for Wednesday Wisdom. So Janet, just to catch you guys up real quick, Aunt Sandy, today's theme of Wednesday Wisdom is I am blank. So, hey, Al. Janet said, for sure, if we come out of this the same way we went in, what a loss. Amen, Janet, 100%. So there's a bigger picture here. And our family, I don't know when you guys started to really hunker down, but we started, I think, yeah, this is about our 6th week of really, really hunkering down. Hello. Hey, Barbara Atlas. Thanks for being here for Wednesday Wisdom. I appreciate it. So today, Ellen, you're going to crack up. This is hysterical. Ellen is an interior designer. I don't know what everyone does, so forgive me if I'm calling certain people out. It's just because they were very close to me and people I've known for years. This is, again, not a forum to be, publicizing your book or your business, so that's not my intention. But the reason I brought up Ellen she's another creative, like Janet and Brian, and many of you. Good morning. And Samara sells Mary Kay. She's an amazing makeup designer. She was a dancer growing up. So I bring this up because we have myself as a writer, we have visual people, dancers, thespians. My cousin Brian's an editor, a film editor. He's extraordinary. So I'm laughing, guys, because I'm trying to show you all the different ways to fill in the blank for ourselves, the I am. Well, so I'm grab my purple Post-it, I am love. And for your more visual people, I am, okay? And I've been told multiple times that it's backwards. So I'm cracking up because I think that's so funny. And that's so typical me because I am not, here, if we do a quick, I am not an artist. I sing, I've written since I could speak, which, like I've told you before, was probably in utero because I love to talk. But more importantly, I love to listen and I love to hear your stories. And my intention here is that we engage in a collaborative way, a creative way, a communal way. We need that. And I feel, talk about going back to normal. Normal wasn't working. Clearly it wasn't working. So I challenge you, Larissa, I'd love to hear, Barbara, Ellen, what's your I am? Gosh, I'm going to try writing backward right now. Tell me if this works. I'm so, you guys have me so, here we go. Is this backward? And now is it correct if I hold this up just for fun? I am, how does that look now? Did I write it backward? I'm so curious. Anybody? I'll tape it to my forehead. I am. How would you fill this in, Janet? I love you, Janet. Everyone is an artist. That is true in their own way, for sure. Certainly writing's an art, right? I think. Larissa, what's your I am? It's still backward, Ellen? One more time. Hold on. I'm not giving up on this. Hold on. Oh my gosh. Okay. If I do all capitals, maybe it won't be backward. Hold on a minute. Don't tell me how to do this, though. I'm going to try it. Nobody help me, okay? I like a challenge. Did I get it? It's 3 times a charm? Oh, great, Nathan. It was so good to have you. Oh, gosh. The A is still backward. I did it in caps, Jeremy. This is hysterical. I am a creative connector. Me too, Al. Actually, that's one of my, that's funny you say that. So, Bacardi, oh no. Did I do it? I am Zen. Sometimes don't mess with me. Larissa, that's you all the time, right? I did it. Woohoo! All right. I got it. Yay, there's hope. Quick funny story. I mean, it's not funny, but when I was a speech therapist for many years, I used to teach a lot of kids with special needs. Okay, I'll take it off my forehead. Thank you. Yes. Okay, Janet. I am strong, creative, and loving. That's really interesting because that's on my post this morning, Janet. I created a bulletin board with my I ams to share with everybody before we began. Why am I not surprised that we... Oh my gosh. Yes, Janet is... Hey, Michael, say... Oh my gosh. I have a unibrow now. Thanks, Jeremy. Where? I'm cracking up, Michael. It took me forever to figure out how not to do this backward. So today's theme, Michael, is I am blank, and to fill it in. So not... Again, I don't want to say not. A lot of people are sharing their feelings. Oh, love, Ellen. Me too. Okay, Ellen, Karen Lattice was on here also, by the way. So Ellen, Karen, and I were all in a group, a professional group, really special group of women years ago. And Ellen taught me something. And Ellen, I want to give you a shout out publicly. I think about you a lot. When we were in this group, Ellen taught me how important it is, everyone in the group, but I wasn't ready to learn this yet, to be vulnerable. She and others used to say, Dara, why is everything always perfect? Why are you always, everything's always good? And I always said, because it is. I love my husband. I love my kids. I'm grateful. That's the space I live in. In recent years, I'm finally realizing what Ellen meant. And I have grown so much. That one statement, Ellen, years and years and years and years ago that you made to me has helped me become a better friend, wife, mom, writer. It's why I finally had the guts a couple years ago to launch Every Soul Has a Story. It scared the heck out of me. I do not like sharing about myself, as you know, Ellen. It makes me extremely uncomfortable. And I'm realizing more and more that if we're not vulnerable and open, then how do you expect others to do that for you? I'm sorry, hold on. Bacardi just said, I am the spectrum of human emotions. Ooh, girl. Ooh, I have goosebumps. I can really relate to that. I am part of the whole. Yes, with all its joys, sorrows, pain, and hope. You know, Bacardi, I feel that way. And I call that being, an empath, which I don't usually publicize, but it's hard for us, for people that are really, really empathetic, because we feel for the collective. That's what I'm really struggling with, to be honest. That's, it's really hard. Is that what you meant, Bacardi? I don't want to speak for you. That's how I'm interpreting what you said, and that's how it's resonating in my heart. But I can tell you, as a very, very empathetic person, which I always thought was a good thing, sometimes I have a hard time tuning out everyone else's emotions, and I even mean globally. So the way I'm personally setting boundaries on my news consumption, there is a lot of toxic stuff, as usual, on social media. I've had to unfollow some people, even people that are friends. There's a lot of anger, and I understand, but it's hard for me to tune that out. I know, Carolyn, yeah. Mm-hmm. So those of you who are very empathetic or empaths, I have such compassion. I think we could even do a Wednesday Wisdom just on that. Let me know. You guys can shoot me an email. Let me know how you'd feel about that, or connect with me on Anthony Katz. Oh my goodness. Hello. Wow. I'm so grateful you're here. That means so much, Anthony. Yeah, Sam, absolutely. My brother just said, just want to shout out to all the surgical reps that are putting their lives on the line every day. That's my brother. Yes, we appreciate you. That's right, Samra, exactly. Being an empath is a gift. I agree 100%, but we have to learn how to set boundaries with ourselves and others. And that's taken me literally, I'm 46 in June. I just started learning that a couple years ago because I always thought the more I give and the more I feel, that's, you know, that's such a gift, you know, and yeah, it might be a gift, but not when a gift can hurt you because you're merging so much with everyone else's emotions. Hey, Sarah. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you so much for joining us. Exactly, Ellen. Holding space for others while not. Yes, that's right. Actually, I wrote about that about a year ago, about holding space. So let's go there a little bit. Today was about I am blank. And tell me, Ellen, when you say holding space, I know what that means for me. But again, people interpret that differently. It's very possible. It takes practice. But we can hold space for others and not merge, right? It's kind of like when we're driving a car. If we kept merging everywhere, we get into a lot of accidents like this, right? That's what I see visually in my mind. So what I've noticed personally with myself is, yes, exactly. Ellen said it so perfectly. We can hold space for others, but if we keep merging, guess what happens? All of the negativity, the anxiety, the depression, whatever you're holding space for as an empath, and you take it on, guess what happens? Do you stay healthy? I had to learn that the hard way. And again, I'm going to write about this in my book. It's not for here. But, oh, hi, Cousin Marlene. I'm so glad you're here. This means so much to me. Thank you so much. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Today's Wednesday Wisdom, we have a lot of new people that just joined, is I am blank. And I'm encouraging everyone to think about what anchors you. We're in a really unsettling, unprecedented, turbulent time. I mean, minute to minute, things are changing, right? So I'd like to get back to, hey, Amy. Oh my goodness. Hey, it's Amy Wildstein's birthday and you got on our Wednesday Wisdom. Oh my goodness. Happy birthday, Amy. I love you. Amy's an old friend. Oh, thank Ellen. I'm going to cry. That is, oh my gosh. Thank you, Ellen. Wow. Whew. Thank you, Ellen. Ellen just said, you're so brave and I respect your journey so much. You've helped me get there, girl. No doubt about that. Oh, wow. Okay, sorry. Everybody say happy birthday to one of my oldest friends. And I don't mean age because she just turned 25 today, right, Aim? Today's Amy's birthday. Don't make me sing. Oh, dear. Ellen said I'm brave. I'm quite brave, but I don't know. I'm not ready to sing again. Hey, Stuart. Oh, my gosh. How are ya? I love you too, Elle. We were talking about being vulnerable and not just being vulnerable with others. I really believe that if you're to be vulnerable with others, you have to first be honest with yourself, real honest. And that's not always easy, right? You know, don't we just want to see the good or, you know, really doing the work? And anyone that's done a lot of deep work, you know what I mean? I know Janet knows. Anyway, I don't want to like shout people out here because that's very personal. And as you probably are not surprised, I don't trust people real easily. So being vulnerable, you need to be able to trust. They kind of go hand in hand, right? So hi, Jacqueline. Thanks so much for being here. Thank you. Samra, let me go back to a few comments. I just saw something. So Samra said, yes, me too, Sam. Uh-oh, I lost it. Where did it say? What I'm finding is anchoring me is getting outside into the fresh air, taking time to quiet the noise and cooking and having, same. We were saying that earlier, Samra. Absolutely. I was talking about nature and, you know, today's Earth Day, you know, the blue and green was intentional. I felt like getting a little bit dressed for you. I got out of my pajamas. I thought today was like, you know, actually the Wednesday Wisdom I appreciate. I'm actually brushing my hair, threw on a little lip gloss. I even wore deodorant. I mean, not that you all can smell me. I don't know. Can you smell me? No, but seriously, we were talking, Jacqueline, about today's theme, which is I am. So let me find the one that's not backward. I was told I wrote it backward, which is hysterical. Oh, I don't care. Heck, here's the backward one. I am love, or if you're more visual. So let's get back to that because we have a lot more people on here. Tell me about I am. I love this. I'm so careful to give, which is hard, because I give my whole heart to friendship. Me too, Marlene. But it's okay to give your whole heart, but you have to also, I think, listen to your heart. It could be family or friends. Unfortunately, I've had that experience many times. And if something doesn't feel good and it's poisoning your soul or your spirit, you have to live like a surgeon and cut it out. It's not easy. Yes, Jacqueline. Oh, I can relate. That is a beautiful. Jacqueline said she said, I am intentional. Yes. Tell us more what you mean about intentional, or by rather, intentional. I completely relate, but I don't want to speak for you. So Jacqueline, can you elaborate on when you said I am intentional? All right. Thanks, Al. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day. Big hugs. Okay, so Jacqueline, for me, and I don't know what it means for you, but let's talk about intention, because that is really one of the biggest themes every week of Wednesday Wisdom and of Every Soul Has a Story in general. So, intentional. I am intentional. Let's sit with that for a minute. You could be intentional with the words you choose, with the music you listen to, with the food you eat, with the people you let into your heart or into your life. So to me, intentional is such a global, powerful word and holds such depth and vast energy. And I think it's so important, right? Especially now, I think perhaps one of the lessons, and there are so many, it's becoming very clear, abundantly and rapidly clear to me, that I hope our country and our world and our families, so going from a smaller level to a global level, I hope we get the lesson of intention, of mindfulness, of sharing information. Okay, Jacqueline, so intentional, you're using that. Do you mean how you share with others so that you don't get hurt? Oh yeah, Carolyn, absolutely. Oh, woo. Okay, Carolyn just said, and Carolyn's I am she said, I am a warrior. So she has followed up with, after I got sick, I learned to be intentional. Listen and speak from your heart first and your head second. Jacqueline said, shine a light on inequality and gaps in the system. Oh my gosh, yes, Jacqueline. Boy, do we need that, huh? And there's so much of that. And aren't we seeing that sadly now with this COVID crisis? Who's getting care, who's not? Who's getting tests? And again, I don't want to make this a forum for that. There's so much of that going on right now on Facebook, on Twitter. But I feel like connection, that is one of my greatest intentions with Every Soul Has a Story, with my writing, with my blog, podcast, and now with Wednesday Wisdom, is connection. And that's why I started this 3 years ago. That's why I'm so glad you all are here today, and I hope you keep coming back and showing up for each other. And that looks different for everyone. That doesn't mean visiting someone every single day. Showing up in your heart, showing up by listening, showing up by putting down your phone. Sometimes my daughter's called me out on that recently, and she's right. I'm on my phone because I'm connecting actually with readers. And she's like, Mom, you're on the phone so much. So, and I appreciate that. I said, thank you. And I put it down because connection for her is being heard, and being heard for her is being seen also. And so showing up for people looks differently for everyone. But again, I go back to what we started to talk about, the I am. If we don't show up for ourselves, how can we be there for others? And if we don't show up for ourselves, then how do we show up fully? And for me personally, showing up means being present. Showing up means perhaps giving love and support and compassion and many other gifts of love from the heart, maybe in a way that you don't necessarily receive it, but perhaps the way that the person, your loved one, friend, family, whomever, needs to feel it. And when you know your I ams and you can identify those, sometimes that gives us more clarity on how to show up for others. I feel that personally. I really do. So I encourage you to write this down. Write down I am today, sometime between today and tonight, in a journal, on a Post-it. Like I said earlier, man, if you have toilet paper, on a square of toilet paper, actually, you probably shouldn't waste it. But if you can't fill in the I am, I challenge you to figure out your why. Why can't you? Sometimes our I ams hold up the mirror for things that we don't really want to look at. Oh, this is so neat. Hold on. Speaking of Earth Day, there is the most beautiful little bluebird that just landed outside of my office window. Oh, I wish he flew away. Oh, I'd show him too. So cute. Okay, if I can get a picture of him later, I'm posting that so you can see it. And I know bluebird is a really big symbolism in the animal spirit world of happiness and joy. Interesting. Anyway, I'm sorry. So Samra said, I hope the lesson of the importance of community and that what we do affects others. Didn't this virus teach us how small the world really is? Yeah, some of us didn't know that. That's a problem. I hope they're learning it, Samra. Only time will tell. This world is tiny, tiny. We are all interconnected. That's why, again, I go back over and over to connection. That is my intention with Every Soul Has a Story. Jacqueline, that's the way in which I'm intentional. Yes, Jacqueline, bluebird is a very good sign. In fact, this little guy has been showing up at night, every single night at about 6 p.m. for the last 7 days. I had a dragonfly in my house a month ago, which holds a lot of meaning for me as well. Hey, Joel. Joel just joined. Joel is someone who grew up with my brother. Joel is an amazing soul. And actually, little spoiler alert, Joel and I just shared an incredible conversation a couple weeks ago. I will be releasing his podcast sometime in May, so stay tuned for that. Joel has an incredible journey to share with you all on the Every Soul Has a Story podcast. So, Joel, we're talking about I am. Joel's a very mindful soul as well. And what would you say is your I am? That's kind of our theme today on Wednesday Wisdom. I am what? Yeah, they are meaningful. Very meaningful, Marlene. And I've never had one in my house. So, Joel, I wrote today for me was I am loving, I am kind, I am strong, I am authentic. Those are a few of my I ams. What are your I ams, Joel? Love to hear from you. No? So anyway, hey, Evan, thanks for joining. So I love meeting here in this space with you. I hope you feel safe and welcome to really connect here. You can also connect with me on my website. It's my name, daralevan.com. You could also email me if you'd like personally. I'd love to hear about any topics that are interesting to you you'd like to discuss on Wednesday Wisdom Live. And my website you have, my email is Dara, and then a little @ sign. Oh my gosh, let me try and draw that. You want to crack up those of you that saw me drawing backward? This must look hysterical backward. If I could figure out how to draw that backward, that would be hilarious. It's Dara at everysoulhasastory.com. You can email me directly. I'd love to hear from you. And we'll meet every Wednesday at 11 o'clock here. And I'll be back on Instagram at 3 o'clock today for Wednesday Wisdom Live on Instagram. And thank you so much for being here. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for connecting. I wish you all health and wellness. And Tracy from the back. Oh, Janet, you're so smart. Wait a minute. Hold on a minute. I need to do this. Hold on, Janet. Oh my gosh, but I did that. It looks like a snail, Janet. Huh? I'm not kidding. I'm very challenged. My parietal lobe is like underdeveloped or something. Robin, hey Robin. Robin, we were just wrapping up. I'll be on Instagram at 3 o'clock today, but today's theme for Wednesday Wisdom is I am blank. And I told some people you could draw your am. What is your am? Before we disconnect real quick, Joel, Evan, Robin just joined us. I was telling everyone, Robin, that my I am is I am authentic, I am creative, I am kind, I am strong. These are constants that, we were talking earlier in our chat about feelings. People said they're frustrated, they're sad, they're scared. Thanks, Samra. Thanks for joining. I really appreciate it. What's your I am? And I encourage you, if you don't want to say it here, please, when we leave each other today and we reconnect next week or by email, you can always email me or reach out to me on Facebook or Instagram. I really encourage you to dig deep and figure out your I am, because that really, at least for me, not just during the corona, but through some personal stuff, has really kept me grounded. It's reminded me when I forget who I am, that I've got this and that this too shall pass. I don't know when. It's not going to be easy. There's a lot of grieving, but you really have to remember who you are, not just today, but always. And I can tell you, I am very immensely, deeply, profoundly grateful for you, for being here, for showing up, for taking and making the time to be here. And I am wishing you well, health, peace, and a huge virtual hug. And I hope to see you again next week or at 3 o'clock today. Thanks for being here for Wednesday Wisdom Live. Wishing you well.